Hi everybody, SuzyQue here and welcome to QueAquatics and Exotics. And today we're at my honey's house. This is John Bag of Donuts from YouTube. And no, we did not meet on YouTube. We've known each other for over 20 years. But anyway, side story, my fiance lives in an apartment. We also share some amazing pets over here as well. So we're going to take a look at Sheila, our 7-year-old bearded dragon that was surrendered to us, what, a year ago?
Yes.
And John ordered some worms online. They're mealworms.
Yes, they are.
Oh, good. Then we can keep them in the refrigerator to slow down their cycle. And we'll talk about that a little bit. And he got so many that he doesn't think Sheila would be able to eat them all.
1,100.
1,100 mealworms. So we're splitting them up. I'm going to take some. He's going to take some. And then we're going to go take a walk and check out the saltwater tank. So this is a 72 bow front?
It is.
It's a 72 bow front, and this is actually our second colony in it. Our first colony had a whole story behind it, and I'll put a video to that sad, sad story. So today, we're going to check out the 72-gallon saltwater bow front, our 7-year-old bearded dragon, and we might take a sneak peek at the nano saltwater coral reef that has no corals. Here's the 72-gallon bow front saltwater tank. And this is our new colony that we've started after our absolute fatal disaster. He's the only survivor, the coral hogwrasse, and he is amazing. And there's our Picasso trigger. One clownfish, our new dog face puffer. Let's see if he likes the camera. Oh, the Picasso does. Where's our little bananas and pajamas? There he is. He is our little pajama. Oh. So the 72 bow front, we use the RODI water system on. And we have a couple of things of water going, because I also have a nano tank out front, out in the other room. So the 20-gallon tub and a 10-gallon tub. That what we do is we store the RODI water. It's probably half empty, yeah. This is RODI water that I'll test out with a TDS of 0 until we put in this bucket, and then it goes up to like 10 or 12, which just means that we've got to clean out the bucket. But we keep it at the right temperature. We keep the water moving. We don't add the salt until we're ready to use it. This is also, because it takes a long time to fill up. And then we have their salt down here. So let's see if I can open this. I believe our light is out, so I can't show you. And the light went out without us noticing for a little bit because it only comes on at night. So we lost all our vegetation down here. And the water flows into the socks and the sump, and then I'd open this door but the door's broken. There's a skimmer comes up to here. So that is our 72 bow front. So let's take a look in the other room. Let me show you my saltwater tank that has my pistol shrimp and my Watchman goby. A lot of times over I just have to top up the water, which is just adding fresh RODI water. But today I had to do a water change and remove water out of the tank and then put new water in. When I'm topping off, what I'm topping off is all the water that evaporated, and when the water evaporates, the salt doesn't evaporate, so I don't have to add more salt. It's still at a good salinity level, so I just have to add some more RODI water. So I just did that, and it's a little cloudy, but let's go take a look. So here's what it looks like. It's certainly not what it used to be. This hippie guy is a snail. It really is. You are what you eat. I remove the algae from him all the time, and he just gets like that all the time. And the only corals, these soft corals that I can grow, are the weeds. Well, I'm showing you the nano tank because this is it. If I could get this, if the goby and shrimp could survive in the bigger tank, I'd put them in there. But I just don't think with that hogwrasse, because he is very territorial and very aggressive. And I wish they would come out and show you, but they're underneath that rock. And they are very adorable. So here we have our 40 breeder, and this is Sheila. We adopted Sheila. She was 6 years old. Hey, baby. So, and she has never been handled in her life. Well, at least not the first 6 years. So she's not a fan of it. I mean, she'll tolerate it when we have to give her a bath or something, but she gets all puffed out and her beard gets all black. She's sitting on this rock, but the rock is not plugged in. We actually get, see the heat lamp up top? That heat lamp heats the rock, so she has the belly heat from that. When we got her, they were using the rock as the heat source. I just don't trust them. And then it's a bioactive enclosure. She loves the hammock, and she gets a salad every day. Crickets maybe once or twice, not too often, but she gets mealworms, superworms, which brings me to this video because John got bulk order worms and wanted to know if I want to split it with him. Like this, perfect. So we're going to go take a look at that. So today, I'm going to go over the worms, how we split them up. I'm going to take a look at Sheila because we haven't seen Sheila in a while. And I'm going to figure out how I'm going to store these for John because the last time we got a bulk shipment of worms, it was a different company. It came in its own container that we could utilize to keep the worms alive. So we have these worms and we have to feed them. We have to make sure that they're hydrated. We need to make sure that they're all healthy and good so that when Sheila eats them, they're good to go. So we're going to get into that a little bit. So this came in a bag. And I can tell that there's paper in there that they've been chomping on. So I want to get these in. I think John has a cricket keeper, but I don't think he has any crickets. If he has a cricket keeper, we'll utilize that. Let me go get it. Yep, he's got a cricket keeper, so I'm going to take these out because I don't want worms getting into here. Make sure there's no crickets in here. I definitely don't want worms getting into these tubes. All right, after going through the cabinet, I got his cricket keeper. When you take the tubes out, these have a little closure so I don't have to worry about the worms getting out. I didn't see any insect food, which I didn't think he'd have any here. But we have these vegetarian formulated moist diet, which I don't own any reptiles that would actually eat this. But I'm pretty sure the worms will chomp on it. Plus the fact that it's moist will keep the worms a little hydrated. I know at home, at my house, leftover crested gecko food, the worms go crazy for. Absolutely crazy. So we're going to try it. We'll put these in a few of the things. He also had this kind of, I don't want to say gimmick. I shouldn't say gimmick because I'm sure Fluker's is a very good company. But if you have orange slices or potatoes, they're just as good and a lot more affordable. But he had these in his cabinet, so we're going to use some of these. It says a complete cricket diet. And I just don't know if these mealworms need the hydration or we'll even try them, but I'll put them in there. So we got some choices. I'm gonna feed the bearded dragon salad, and if there's any leftover salad, I'll also put like a lettuce vein or something in here. So not only am I gonna put some in here, some of these worms, I'm gonna take some worms home with me. So I think he has an old superworm. Because if they're mealworms, you can put them in the refrigerator and it'll slow down their cycle so they don't turn into the beetles. And the fact that there's one outside of the bag, I don't want to tell him that. Yikes. So what's the name of this company? VM Feeders, Drexlertown, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, it's kind of local. So if you guys have any place where you get your feeders from, or do you breed your own? Remember, I'm going to try to flip this upside down. And they're eating the paper, which is good. There's just not a lot of nutritional value in paper as you can expect. So I'm going to put them all in here and then take some out for me. He has an old container that we had old worms in. Yeah, I can't say it's my favorite, but I love my reptiles to the point where I just don't care. Until it comes to crickets. Oh my gosh, they stink so bad. Maybe if my shed was heated, or insulated, I should say, because heated in the winter, I would cultivate my own crickets, but I'm definitely not cultivating crickets in my home. Bad enough I do dubia roaches. So all you're doing is seeing me. Hold on, let me see if I can get this camera down here. I am not as fascinating as these worms. So as you can see, I put them in. There's a couple more in the bag. I want to make sure I get them all out of the bag. And maybe I'll use the bag to transport them back to my house. See, he's got this. I'll throw some in here. This has got some old wood shavings in it. Got them all. Beautiful. So yeah, they're coming in and they're eating them. I like this food. That looks like he's in a mosh pit getting carried away upside down. See that? So as you can see, as soon as I put the surface area in, they're climbing on it. That'll help them from climbing on top of each other. They can get down if they want. But we're going to put some in a container now, put some calcium on them for Sheila. This is our Sheila. Hi, Pumpkin. I know she hears me doing worms. So we've had her over a year now. We got her at 6, so she's 7 years old. I think she's absolutely stunning. I'm talking about you, babe. So here's the calcium that we use at John's. I think it's the same name brand I have. I'll just put a little bit of calcium on the plate. We'll put some worms on it. So we got some there, and then we'll do a sprinkle on top because I can't really shake them around. This is not a deep dish or a little bowl. We got this bowl because the worms are supposed to not be able to get out because of it. And they can stay in there, but she doesn't know to go in there and eat no matter how many times we have tried. So now, I'm going to take this and come over to see if she's already ready. Do you see what I got for you, baby? What is that? I'm going to put the camera away. I'm going to go over here. Camera's away, baby. Okay, she's not stupid. Maybe if I walk away. There she goes. And so it begins. Nom, 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 So thanks guys, thanks for checking out our video, and thanks for checking out the pets that we care for over here at John's place.
Please like and subscribe and hit your notification button down below if you want to hear more of it.
I love you.
Sorry.
Thanks guys, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
That's perfect.